won national titles. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will take the first swing of the game. You go back over the history of this rivalry, and there's certainly been close games, but there have also been a large number of blowouts, and we had one last year for the Horns, David.
And I think as a Texas fan, you better understand that, because when you win big the year before, OU is going to come out with their hair on fire, Jesse, ready to make a statement.
When I think back to last year's game, the thing that impressed me so much about Texas was that they stepped up and brought their A-game to the ballpark in the Red River rivalry, one of the biggest games of the year. Let's see who's going to step.
There he goes. Sweet continues to fight for yards. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Run in the red zone. It's Brewer. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off play action. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the Texas Longhorns offense will get the ball for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Makes the grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the back in motion. Swings it out to his running back. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Mountain West this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Boise State looked like a bunch of world beaters. I think a lot of people forget just how much this program dominated the WAC and Mountain West conferences, and they're a problem again. A busy day in the Mountain West, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The run to the left.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks into the open. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got the linebackers lax. Man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Immediately fires to the short pickup. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! Setting up for the extra point that will put them on top. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
So many blockers out front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Shakes off the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Webb. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Texas! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. And the PAT makes it 14-6.
The number one job in defending a quarterback is making him feel uncomfortable, physically hitting him. Nice job by the defense with the pressure, the hit on the quarterback, forces the INT, and then Oski. As soon as you catch that thing, everybody start blocking, get to the near sideline, take that thing back to the house.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brewer. Turning it on. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Webb. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. After the misfire, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, first half being that aggressive, they go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game.
And they'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. It'll be third and long. Looking to pass. It's Shaw. Unloads to the wideout. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Trying to make magic with his feet. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he hauls it in after 25.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Somehow fits it into that traffic. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got him. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Looking for a gap. It's Brewer. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Iowa steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, and all-around masterpiece that'll give the quality programs proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, a lot of space. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. His way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Brewer. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second down, he'll throw it. Flips it out on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Longhorns! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Complete on 3rd down. At the 35, he's open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He lost one down the sideline. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his spot. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. They'll run play action. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Texas! Once he got some room, it was over. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. On target to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. It's a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. makes the grab. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Here comes the Texas offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
At the 35, he's loose. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They go to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Dances away. He's got it on the outside. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Handoff from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. He'll pull it on the read. Nice move there.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Scanning the field, it's Royer. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The give to the tailback. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the top. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes 1 play.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Gets it out quickly.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Calls it in. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. Still running at the 40. He's loose on the left. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Sooners are on the move. Motion from the back. Quick completion to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Under fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws. Wide open downfield. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to him on the ground. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the 1st down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Longhorns will try to move the chains on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Going to try to get it himself. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. This offense has it with really up on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Caught in the backfield, it's Brewer. Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They're going to run it to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking for a man. It's Shaw. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. One more play to pad the stats. Looking for a push on 4th down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer,